Okay. Hey, you guys, welcome. It is cha-ching, April the 11th, Monday, my favorite day. I already told Molly when we were talking earlier today about this call, I'm like, Monday's stinking. It's the best day. I mean, and really we were talking about, we don't really have any, like, get the workout done, eat well problems on a Monday. It's a fresh start, new day, wonderful thing. Monday's not a hard day. It's, rolling around Thursday. Kind of like, what the heck? So, I'm glad you guys are here. Glad you guys are making this a priority. We are excited to chat with y'all. Anyway, it is the beginning of a new week, and I don't know about you guys, but sometimes, especially as my weekend has been a traveling weekend, the past 2 weekends, finding and prioritizing and consistently prioritizing my business time improved quite a challenge. I've been in quite a challenge spot for a while. But the longer you're in, sometimes the more challenging it can be. So one of the things that we thought would be important to touch base on was finding consistent scheduling time, and also Molly, which I want to double check with you because I knew that you were going to hit on a couple different things from some calls that you had listened to. Did you tell them what you were going to talk about yet or not?
Yeah, that's fine. Do you want me to go ahead and start talking about it, or just tell you what?
No, you can go ahead. Go right ahead. Because I think that'll plug into how we schedule our time after we talk about what it is that we should.
Okay, so we had all talked about earlier today just kind of coming up with a set topic, because we're all kind of in different places, and maybe really make the most use of this time. So it's worth your while to jump on and actually learn something. Basically, I'm going to be looking up, because I've got my 2 computer screens. So if I'm looking in the air, because I'm looking at my notes. Basically, Allison and I had talked about our issues with, like she had kind of mentioned a few minutes ago, that we don't really have trouble working out, and we both have struggled with our eating, and that's kind of a day-to-day thing. But as far as our business, we both kind of admitted like that we weren't really doing anything consistently and every day. So I know I like to go in spurts. Like I work really, really hard for like a while, and then I'm just like, I'm good. And then I just don't do anything at all with my business because, you know, I've got that mentality that it's not really, you know, a business, but actually I need to make it a business because I only work part-time, so I have to get money from this. So for me, it has to be considered a business, and I have to make it a priority. And, you know, I do have a lot on my plate. I think everyone has a lot on their plate, and I know there's, you know, a lot of you that are working full-time and doing it on the side, but it can be done. And when they say it can be done in 1 to 2 hours a day, it really can be done in 1 to 2 hours a day if you're really honest about what you're doing with those 1 to 2 hours a day. So I honestly have not been doing any of that 1 to 2 hours a day. I haven't been listening to calls and doing other things, but nothing that's actually moving my business forward or reaching out to people. So basically the idea is that just like the compound effect, you know, you're not going to get in shape in I mean, you're going to get better, but you're not going to, like, you know, you can't work out 8 hours a day and then tomorrow be like, oh, you know. So that's why we have to give it 30 minutes every day, and we do, and then all of a sudden, you're like, look in the mirror, and you're like, I see an ab. You know what I mean? Same thing with our business. You have to do that 30 minutes a day or that hour a day, and then you know, really, really coming up. So I think that's important for us to keep in mind that, you know, it's easy to say you don't have time, but, you know, honestly, just like working out, like there's time somewhere. You know, you just gotta like give up a TV show, you have to give up an extra half an hour of sleep, which is gonna be what I'm doing because I've been sleeping until 7:30 every morning because I can. I'm not gonna get up at 6 when I wake up the first time. You know what I mean? So anyway, we kind of talked about that. But I just want to talk to you about, I did listen to a call the other day, just randomly had done like the roulette and just button down, and I landed on a call from August 2012. And it was called your 10-hour week. Because there's a lot of people who are really doing 10 hours, a week, and I really don't think that, for you, 7 hours, 6 hours a day is really not that much when you think about a whole business that you're getting paid for, like real money. So basically, one thing that somebody sounds like they're in like a train tunnel. Who is in the train? Who needs to mute your phone? It was a I'm like, is anyone else in a wind tunnel right now, or is it just my ears? Okay, is that better? Allison, you should know better. Okay. So basically, some things that I took notes on that I thought was, very, I think they always talk about the vital behaviors about, doing your PD and doing your shake and being a product of the product, but I think we're all really good at that. If we're honest, yeah, we all have our off days or whatever, but I mean, we all know, like, how to work out. We all know, like, eating right, and we're all drinking Shakeology. So it's kind of, that's, like, the easy thing. But the business thing, treating your business like a business, finding the time, you might not be able to sleep in that extra hour, half an hour, or, if you have an hour, then commit to that 1 hour. Like every day from 9 to 10 p.m. if that's what you're going to do. Or every day from like 6 to 7 a.m. that's what you're going to do. It is easy for me to like get my workout in at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I can't really kid myself and be like, well, I have to be up at 7:30 to do my workout, because I really can do it later and get my power hour in from 6 to 7 a.m. or whatever it might be. Basically treating your business like a business. And also the very important thing that they kept bringing up is like working from a list. To move your business forward, like make your list of 10 things and, print out a bunch of copies, or, do the check off, put it in like one of those plastic sleeves and just check it off with one of those markers every day, and just you don't get up until you do those 10 things. Because I don't know about you, but I know I sit down and I will Facebook scroll, and I didn't do from like 2 months ago. And then I'll get up and then I'll go get some a snack, because I have to have a snack to reward myself while I'm working so hard. And then I have to, I mean, am I wrong here? Like, are we all not, like, doing this? And then all of a sudden, like, 4 hours have passed, and I have done one thing that's productive, but I have made an amazing graphic for when I'm going to post it. I mean, my graphics are, like, amazing. But, you know, that's not paying for my business, so. So basically, that's like one thing, you know, just really, and I thought that really resonated with me, because I don't really work from a list. And I do have a nice list on my phone because I paid the extra money for the Google task on my phone, because it was like an extra $2.99. And let's see, I have 16 things that 16 things that I put on here that I've never even checked off. I haven't even, like, gone back to them. I just keep adding to them and never looking at them. So I think, like, a pen and paper, you know, a list of 10 things. So here's what they had suggested, which I thought was pretty good. And this is the first thing that I added. I don't know if you guys know how to do kill your Facebook feed. I don't know if I talked about that. There is an app, or it's not even an app, it's a Google extension in Chrome. If you type in Google, kill Facebook feed, it actually will kill your Facebook feed, and you just push this little button in the corner. It is just a little thing in the corner there. I don't know if I can share my screen real quick. Hold on. Can you guys see my screen or not? Yeah, hold on. Okay, you can see my screen, right? So you just put in kill Facebook feed and it'll come up. It'll ask you if it's an extension, and then it's right up here. So you push it, and then when you go to Facebook, you just see an empty screen. It's pretty cool. Alright, I won't waste time showing you, but you guys can find it, and if you have a question about it, just ask me, but it's super easy. And you can take it on and off. When you push it again, and it'll just say off. You might have to, like, Google it again every time you want to use it, but I don't really look at my news feed when I'm on my computer, so it's not a huge deal for me, but it is helpful when if I could kill it on my phone, that's the problem. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, they say, always do your personal development first. Listening to things, easily when you're doing your laundry, when you're doing the dishes. driving, carpool, or in the car, or whatever, or when you're on your way back. I mean, everyone has 15 minutes to and from work. I mean, that's half an hour of personal development right there. So if you can, have your podcast on your phone and just go to the national wake-up calls are on there, or like if you are listening to an audiobook, I love The Compound Effect. That's like the very first book I read for PD, and that's like one I've now listened to like 3 times. And I think it was Darren Hardy that said, instead of reading 30 books a year, you should really read the same book 30 times, because you just can get so much out of it. So it's kind of an interesting thing. Instead of filling our brain with all this information that we actually never do anything with, really implement those things. And then the next thing is do your inviting, building relationships. They say 3. Pick 3 people to talk to, 3 new friends, 3 people to invite. But are we doing that every single day? Are you really picking 3 people to talk to? I'm not. And let's see. Then the next thing, he does his challenge group post, engaging with the group. Answer business-related emails, checking the back office for news. I never check the back office, which I'm horrible at. So I think I need to put that on my list, checking the back office and really getting to know how to use everything. I knew that took me a while, and then Allison would have to walk me through my back office every time I had a question, which was appreciated, but I probably should look at it a little bit more. Learn something new in your back office, because there is so much training back there. So I think we kind of tend to look other places for information, but there is a lot of information back there. And then engaging with your Facebook team, share what you've learned from the coach office. And that's always helpful on our team page too, if we could do that. And then do our follow-ups from your notebook. I think the following up is the most important, and where are you all keeping it? And that was actually a question I had. If anyone wants to share, how are you actually, where is your list? Does anyone use anything specific? Go ahead and unmute yourself and let me know. I recently downloaded, it's a Google app, and it's really, it's really kind of scary to look at because I've never heard of it before, but it's called Streak.
Oh, that bad boy is
But, let me see if I can share. Hold on.
Yeah, you do that.
Go in and, application, share, okay. Share screen only, okay. So can you guys see this?
You just have to pick which screen you're up. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So, like, you put somebody in prospects here when you started talking to someone, and these people have been here way too long, which tells you I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And this is how many days they've been in this, I can't remember what this is called. Days in. Open up. Days in something.
Stage.
Stage. Stage.
Yeah.
Like, and then as they change, as you email the people, you would change from prospect to emailed, and they'd move down. And you want to move them all the way down. And I set this all up. This was not, these words were not up here. So it took a little while, but I like it because I have an accounting brain and it really goes with it. But it's a good way to keep up with where people are. If you look on here, and then I uploaded all my Beachbody contacts on here too. And so I put down, like, there it goes.
Sweet.
And do not contact, because obviously you can't email them. But it's really cool because you can email people straight from here. You don't want to go to Facebook. That's what I've been using. I'll change it now. I don't know how to change it back. Stop sharing.
Yeah.
Here.
Awesome. Thank you.
So that's cool, but I just need to do it. Yeah, that's really good. I was a little bit overwhelmed with Streak. I really wanted to use it, and I like the fact that on Streak, if you email somebody, you can tell if they've read it or not. It will tell you if they've read it. Love that. Cool. But I haven't figured out the other thing, so maybe, Nikki, that could be your training for us one day. Wow. Brand new. I can try. Just to maybe how to set up those, like, the initial things or whatever. I don't know. Okay. I know Laura Becker loves Team Z, but I know it costs money. And I guess I'm gonna try the free trial maybe, but unless I absolutely love it, I don't want to pay, like, you know, I don't know. but I need to do something because I've got all these different Google spreadsheets. And I've got a nice little list on a good old-fashioned clipboard, too.
Well, is your list that's not working this, like, you see how thick that is? Like, that's like that thick of my Facebook download.
Well, I put it into a spreadsheet too, and have like a little 1, 2, 3, 4. But I only made it through 4 sheets, and now I'm already like behind on following up on it.
Oh yeah. See, I went through them. I'm just frozen on doing them. I crossed off all the coaches. I put how I know all of them. But yeah, it's there. But streak, I have it. I put it on my computer. That's the item to my list this week, Molly.
I think it's important because I think, once you start getting more and more people, like at first you think like, there's no way, like I don't really need anything to like write this down. Like I had all the people in my head, that's how like little amount of people I had, and I could like go through and I knew exactly like who was in my challenge group each month, and now I'm like not even checking my regular people. I'm like, I don't know who was when and what. And, it's not like I've got tons and tons of people, but I am reaching out to different people and doing different things. So I think that having some kind of follow-up is really important, and adding that to your list. And then the next thing they said was if you hadn't checked off your mark, then you don't get up and you don't go to bed, or you don't, But if we just have like 10 things on your to-do list and just check them off and get them done and eat that frog, even though everyone loves that book, I didn't really like that book.
I put that on my PD calendar or check off list that I was going to show you guys. That's funny.
Well, I started listening to it, and I'm like, I don't know if it's That was me, sorry. Do it. Because I love it, but I think it's the voice that I don't like. Basically, it says my internet connection is unstable. Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. So basically, listening to the audiobooks in your car, doing the behaviors every day, just like your workout, you're going to see results. You're going to start seeing, I know it's scary to reach out to people, but people aren't going to come to you. Well, they did come to me for a while, and that was nice, but then they're not coming to me anymore. And that's really it. The second one on there with David. Who was it? David Ingram?
Yeah.
Allison.
Yes.
And basically his was all about doing videos and like just sharing your story, and the more videos you can do, like if you want to make a coach video, why you like doing beach bodies, share your struggles, because people will, and I think that can relate to anything else. Basically, people can understand your struggles versus like your, I'm great now, you know. And that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to share, I think, was mainly like having a to-do list to work from, and doing your power hour every day. And they're going to add up. I hope that was helpful to people.
That's good. Do you guys have any questions for Molly about that? Because I know I don't want to overwhelm with a lot of information, but I definitely want to make sure that everybody kind of caught on to what we were talking about. And if you didn't, ask away. I'm going to show you a calendar option and get you guys to kind of look at your calendars. That's what I would like to do. Very good.
How are you?
Okay. So, alright, I was already sharing, like, this is my Google Calendar that I have that you can see is for today. And I actually cleaned up my task list because I had it earlier, but this is pretty much how I run. I would say right now, my day up till 7:30, so that the first 2 hours of my day are pretty much consistent every single day. That's legit. I am a substitute teacher, for those of you that don't know. So my daily time schedule is constantly changing. And that kind of proves to be where the hiccup comes for me when it comes to getting my work done. For instance, today I was off at 11. Tomorrow I work all day. And I need to fill in my Wednesday and Thursday appointments and what my work schedule is on Friday. But as I shared earlier, I haven't really been following through. But the thing about this is that if you are digital, then that is absolutely wonderful. And if you are paper, you can totally make this work for you as well. How many, you guys can unmute yourself, because I really would be kind of curious to find out from you guys, how many of you are paper versus digital? as far as what you do, why can't I make this like come out here so I can see everybody again? Alright, awesome. No, that's not what I want.
I did the digital when we were in that Drive to Diamond group, and it was helpful then. I've gone back to, I have the Aaron Condren, whatever, like, thing in her book that I actually ended up, I paid like $60 for this, which I did not realize until the other day, so I have been using this. But I just write everything down like this. I should be writing. And then on the side, it gives you a bunch of, like, lists and stuff, and I've been writing, like, people's names and stuff down, but I've got to see it in front of me. And I'll set timers and stuff, and, like, I'll put stuff on my phone, but I've got to see it all in one place.
Okay. I'm with you, Molly. I'm the same way. I have to write it down. That's Mindy, okay. Yeah, I tried to go digital. I really did. And I just have a normal day planner like I used in college, just spiral bound, and I scribble notes in it all day, and I need a better system. But as far as, being more consistent with what I'm doing in my free time, I guess, for lack of a better term, but it definitely, I have to write it down, so I'm paper. Okay, and that's cool. And you're keeping your names in there as you talk to them as part of your day, too, or is that separate, Mandy? No. Okay. I haven't really, no. Okay. And that's totally fine. I used to, when I was completely paper, and this is before, I had like my daily list, but I kind of filled it up because I would scribble in whoever it was I talked to. And then if I knew I was going to get up with them a couple of days later, I'd write it in. I kind of found like a hairdresser lady though with the big book. And then I got to the point where I was just like, all right, I'm going to try it on my phone, but that's where I lost my step, was from writing the paper names down. Well, and what is, I guess, when we get to this point, I'd love to hear what everybody used digital. Maybe I'm just not. Is everybody using the Google stuff? Like, is that the way to go? Molly was already saying, Laura
used Google, and I loved it. But I only use Google for, the calendar. As far as streaks, I was a little bit overwhelmed when I looked at it. I'm sure I could figure it out once I was in there and maybe looked at the training on it. But I think, like Allison said, I think my disconnect was where am I writing these names down. I do have one Google spreadsheet of names of leads that I get, and I've been very good about tracking my leads and if when I make contact with them and things like that. But besides that, I am terrible at writing names down.
Yes, and that's me too. And I'm right now, I mean, I have so few people that I'm working with that I can kind of keep it all in my head. Like, I know what everybody's program is, I know where they're at. I mean, but I hope that will change at some point. So I really feel like I need to have a system in place before that happens. And I don't really have that right now. So.
Plus, once you want to be able to go back to them, once you get more people, and then go back to those people and say, oh, look, this is what's on sale and stuff like that.
Right.
New points from them or whatever.
Absolutely.
Is anyone doing like a power? Can anyone share like real quick anything? Like, are you guys doing a power hour? And like, if so, what's working best for you? Like, not even like what you're doing, but just maybe like, are you doing the same thing every day? Are you doing the same time every day? Are you like sticking to like every day from 7 to 8? This is what I do, or something like that. Does anyone want to share? Or is everyone kind of all over?
Someone that's super busy, but I do have my phone on me in between appointments or, doing homeschool with my kids. Under their email app and comment next. Now I put their goals. So then that, I think it's really simple. All in one line without me having a lot of paperwork. But I only input that at the end of the day because I'm on my phone so much. So I don't have my computer, handy. So I do a lot of my messaging or my emails, and then I take all of those and make sure I stay on top of it that way. But Molly, to answer your question, that the diamond classes I never really hour hasn't gotten back to that yet, just because my schedule's so crazy. But I do use to schedule my, this is what I was telling you, the Anita Myron, how she schedules out her month. I do that all on paper in my calendar.
Is that in a YouTube video that she did that?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is pretty fantastic, and the first week is scary, I will admit, because you're not trying to sell or, offer any challenge packs. So you're kind of like, oh my goodness, want to freak out that first week, but it's really good.
You know what? I wanted to say something. My daughter's getting ready to come home, but I really wanted to go back and go over what I was going to start with on the calendar thing. And I guess my biggest thing that I need to make sure that I guess everybody is getting is the fact that and you had already mentioned it in some of your points, and I thought maybe it would be a good suggestion for the people this week. Track where your hours are spent. Really just evaluate your time and where it's going. Because even though my first 4 hours are great, I'm kind of like crazy lady after that sometimes because, shiny things get in the way, or, there's somebody that needs me to do something sometime, and you have to be able to take that and adjust your time schedule to still make that sure that sense. Just like Shalene always suggests to us, track your food. You don't know what you're eating. Well, track your time. You don't know where your time's going if you don't kind of keep track of it. Because, as Molly said, you can get stuck into the face scroll if you don't kill your feed. So just like the day of your time, you know how it is, especially if you have children. Before you know it, you have put them on the bus, and you know what? And in 30 seconds, they're getting ready to get back off the bus, and you're going to be like, what the heck? Where did my day go? Why did I not? What did I do with my time? Why am I sitting here feeling like I got nothing when really your mom, you did plenty of good stuff, so don't sell yourself short. But when it came to your business, why did you not get done what you wanted to get done? So that would be my biggest suggestion coming off of that. However you choose to do it, whatever is your best way, whether it's paper, whether it's calendar, whatever it is, that you would do that and make sure that it for a few days and see how much lost time there is. No lie, I bet you will fall on the floor. Especially if you take your phone to your bed and you sit there and thumb scroll. Because if you thumb scroll for about a half an hour over Instagram and Facebook before you go to bed, then that's a half an hour reach that you didn't do. So, that whole little Scotty Hobbs, make sure you have your 10 check marks before you get into bed or whatever. Hello? Yeah, that's probably my biggest thing, is just making sure they're really checking that.
I need to take my iPad to dance next week.
Okay.
Because I need to videotape them.
Okay, awesome. Why?
For practice.
Okay, that's cool.
Alright, well, do you guys have any questions? Was this helpful for you? We're trying to do more things that are like more pointed and, you know. This is all new, so I'm just listening to all of you to try to figure out how to start everything. So that's why I have nothing really to say or input. Someday maybe I will, hopefully. Definitely, Natalie, you will. I'm like, everything's in my head right now, which is not good. I probably need to start writing things down, it sounds like. I will. If you can reach out to 3 people a day, like do the power hour, and like you can Google that too, but I mean, or I can send you like whatever it is, but it's like you friend 3 new people on Facebook, and then you know, talk to 3 new people, and then you invite 3 new people. But I think you've been doing a really good job about, you know, posting and stuff, so all that's great. Just keep all that up.
I just shared in the chat the link to the training for the how to plan your month out.
Okay, awesome. Did everyone get that, or did it just go privately? Because I think I did a private message. Hold on. Okay, thanks, Joy. That's awesome. And you're definitely someone who, like, I would need to listen to with your business and your 3 kids and your homeschool and I mean, you're definitely an expert on time management. So I need to take a page from your book. Maybe you should do like a live, like, Facebook thing tomorrow where people can just follow you from like the time you wake up.
I would drive people crazy.
I think I would feel really bad about how I'm spending my hours.
I know I waste about 2 hours, good 2 hours every day. Like, solid. Thumb scrolling. Making that perfect image.
Sometimes you get good ideas from thumb scrolling, but I tend to just more screenshot and then never go back to them. So I think the one big thing that all the PDs that I've listened to is you can like get all the information in your head, but unless you do something about it, it's no good. So you can be like as knowledgeable as you want, but unless you actually implement any of those steps, then, you know.
You said about the Darren Hardy. Dave Ramsey said the same thing. People would ask him in the beginning, why do you keep going to the same weekend seminar? He said, because that's who I connect with and I learn something every single time. So why wouldn't you want to continually get that? I've listened to The Go-Giver. It's another great book 10 times. Because it just reminds you what we're doing.
So maybe I'll do that one next. Alright, ladies. Anything else, Allison, that you want to add?
Okay, just again, I had hit, I can't figure out what happened with my sound tonight, so I'm hoping that this sucker recorded it properly. If not, I apologize. I don't honestly, and I apologize if I seem a little scattered tonight.
No, you're fine. Alright, ladies. You guys are awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming to our house.